MDH का जलजीरा जीरा सिप
जीरा सिप असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MDH
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time, and now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job, but it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Man. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Man at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Man at present, which is about 52, 53 years old. And Bhagwant Man on the other side at the age of 39, when he was a performer. Well, he is still a performer in a way, but there's a
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time, and now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job, but it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Man. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Man at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Man at present, which is about 52, 53 years old. And Bhagwant Man on the other side at the age of 39, when he was a performer. Well, he is still a performer.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A direct impact of Republic's relentless reporting. The anti-India book glorifying terrorists in Kashmir has been withdrawn and 8 officials suspended. Jammu and Kashmir police to treat book controversy as terror act. Invoke Section 13 of UAPA. Publishers' premises raided. Anti-terror operation underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian after 2 terrorists were spotted in the Meen Mandar area, comprised of 7 villages. Government issues stern notice to Meta on child sexual exploitative and abuse material in paid ads on Instagram. Detailed explanation demanded in 7 days. Fresh video emerges from Rawalkot and PoK shows Asim Munir's forces mercilessly shooting at peaceful protesters. Hello viewers, getting you some big breaking news coming in a crackdown on Meta. Indian government has now issued a stern notice to Meta on child sexual exploitative and abuse material and paid advertisement on Instagram. Okay, so we see that big action has been taken by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, ordering Instagram to disable all ads and content promoting access to child abuse material. The government has now also demanded a detailed explanation within 7 whole days. So big updates coming in here, viewers of Republic TV, and finally we see that when it comes to these ads which were promoting child sexual abuse, finally big action being taken in this front. Meta has to give an explanation within 7 days. Saurabh is joining us live. Saurabh, Center issued notice to Meta over Instagram ads promoting child sexual abuse content. And now Meta has 7 days, I repeat, 7 days to reply and tell the center why did this content even go on the platform. Yes, Saurabh.
Yes, Shivangi, you rightly mentioned that the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology has issued a notice to the Meta officials, and they have summoned them seeking a reply over the objectionable content which was shared on their promoted ads on their platform. They are seeking that how these child abusive contents were shared and how they bypassed their pre-qualified features and the process of reviews which were put in place by the Meta, so that no such objectionable child abuse content is shared online. However, the ministry has also seeking the answers from the Meta officials that why the law of the land is not followed, as it is a criminal offense in India to share such kind of content online on the social media platforms which the Meta has showcased on their platforms in their previous advertisement, which is regarding the child sexually abusive content. And now the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology has issued summons to the Meta officials, and they are seeking a official reply in this matter. And I want to tell our viewers that Meta officials have also released a statement stating that no modernization review procedure is perfect in this regard, and there might be a mistake following which these kind of content was promoted online with disturbing keywords, and they will definitely look into this matter and they will make the corrections in this regard. However, the ministry has still summoned these Meta officials, and the trouble is mounting for them as they have to submit their final report in the coming 7 days, and they have to file an official reply before the Committee of Ministry of Information and Technology in this regard, Shivangi.
All right, before I let you go, I just want to, before I let you go, also tell our viewers a little bit more about the other notices Meta has got. We know that the center has become very, very strict when it comes to WhatsApp as well. Remember the username controversy. So basically, Meta is getting notices again and again from the government. Saurabh.
Yes, Shivangi, the center has also issued several notices and summons to the Meta officials in the regard of the WhatsApp username controversy, as Meta is saying that it will bring the more transparency in this regard, and no phone numbers will have to be shared to another person, so that it is a matter of privacy. However, the center has issued the summons to the Meta officials in this regard. Also, center has claimed that this can this can lead to forgery, and this can lead to the falsification of the usernames, as a person can become another person and take their username in this regard, and it can lead to falsifying of information. But the Meta has claimed that this is coming as there is no...
right now. Thank you, Saurav, for getting into those details. Once again, we understand that Instagram has been asked to reply within 7 days on those ads. I really have to move ahead. We're getting some breaking news coming in, especially in the Ram Mandir donation theft case. Now, the Ayodhya Circle Officer Ashutosh Tiwari is at the district jail to interrogate 5 accused individuals. The investigating officer Ashutosh Tiwari has also reached the jail. So big updates coming in here, viewers on Republic TV. This is a Ram Mandir donation scam, which is being probed by the SIT. We have a report coming in from our correspondent. Let's play it out.
अयोध्या जिला कारागृह में इस वक्त जो सीओ है वो पहुंचे हैं। साफ तौर पर ये टीम जो है यहाँ पर आई है पूछताछ के लिए। 5 आरोपी जो चंदा चोरी के मामले में जेल के अंदर है, उनसे पूछताछ हो रही है। आपको बता दें, इससे पहले अविनाश शुक्ला से पूछताछ हुई थी, उसके बाद उसकी पीसीआर ली गई थी, और अब साफ तौर पर ये देखिए जो 5 आरोपी अन्य हैं उनसे जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। इसी के चलते आज जो यहाँ पे टीम है वो यहाँ पर पहुंची है। साफ आपको बता दें कि अनुकल्प मिश्रा, लवकुश मिश्रा, रामशंकर यादव और टिन्नू, करुणेश पांडे, मनीष यादव, इन 5 से पूछताछ होगी। उसके बाद एक एक करके इनकी जो पीसीआर है वो भी पुलिस लेगी। लेकिन साफ तौर पर जिला कारागार अयोध्या में जो अयोध्या की पुलिस की टीम है वो पहुंच गई, खुद सीओ जो है वो पहुंचे हैं, और उसके साथ ही अंदर अब जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। चूंकि इस पूरे मामले से जुड़े कई ऐसे अहम साक्ष्य थे जो कि अविनाश शुक्ला की पीसीआर के दौरान उसने बताए, जिसकी निशानदेही पर अब जो टीम है वो यहाँ पहुंची है और अंदर लगातार उससे जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। 5 आरोपियों को आमने सामने बैठाकर उनका आमना सामना कराया जाएगा, उनसे पूछताछ की जाएगी। इसके बाद ही इस पूरे केस में, क्योंकि एक के बाद एक लगातार जो डेवलपमेंट है वो देखने को मिल रहा है।
Absolutely. Getting some breaking news coming in the Ram Mandir donation theft case. Ayodhya police have uncovered new evidence revealing that accused Avinash Shukla made transactions exceeding 15 lakh rupees, transferring money to many individuals and handing over cash to others, which investigators are now probing for links to the stolen donation funds. He gifted 2 lakhs in cash, an expensive mobile phone, to a female friend, prompting further scrutiny into the source of these funds. When his brother inquired about the money's origin, Avinash gave no clear answer, while associate Anukalp claimed devotees happily donated at the temple and paid for darshan assistance. Okay, let's go straight across to my colleague Gaurav, who's joining us live. Gaurav, we know that the police have taken accused Avinash Shukla, where the stolen donation money was allegedly distributed among the accused. And Gaurav, we're coming to know that अविनाश शुक्ला जो मेन अक्यूज्ड है, उसने 15 लाख का ट्रांजैक्शन किया है और बहुत सारे लोगों को दिया है। इनफैक्ट देयर इज 2 लाख रुपीस ही इज गिवन टू अ फीमेल फ्रेंड एज वेल। तो ये पूरा जो फाइनेंशियल ट्रेल है वो इन्वेस्टिगेट हो रहा है। यस गौरव।
देखिए, बिल्कुल आपको बता दें, पुलिस कस्टडी रिमांड में अविनाश शुक्ला ने जब उससे उसके भाई के सामने बैठाकर पूछताछ की गई तो उसमें साफ तौर पर उसने इस बातों को स्वीकारा है कि 15 लाख रुपए जो कैश में था वो उसने कई अपने करीबियों को दे रखा था, उनके पास पैसा अपना रखवा रखा था। इतना ही नहीं, अपनी एक महिला मित्र थी उसको भी उसने 2 लाख रुपए दिए हुए थे और उसके साथ ही एक महंगा मोबाइल फोन गिफ्ट किया था। ये बातें उसने कबूली हैं। साफ तौर पर उससे जब कई बार उसके जो भाई थे उसने भी पूछा कि इतना पैसा कहां से मिल रहा है, तो उसने अपनी दलील के तौर पर यह बोलता था कि लोगों के दर्शन कराने के नाम पर उसको ये पैसा मिलता है, एज अ गिफ्ट के तौर पर लोग देते हैं। और ये उसने झूठ अपने घर पे बता रखा था, क्योंकि कई बार घर वालों ने भी ये सवाल पूछे कि इतना पैसा कहां से मिल रहा है, क्योंकि सिर्फ महज 18,000 की सैलरी में इतना पैसा लेकर घर कैसे आ रहा था। जिसके बाद जब पुलिस ने इन्वेस्टिगेट करा, इससे पूछताछ करी, तो उसके बाद उसने इस पूरे मामले को कबूला कि मेरा 15 लाख से ज्यादा का पैसा है जो लोगों के पास है। और वहीं उसने अपनी महिला मित्र का नाम भी बताया जिसको उसने 2 लाख रुपए दे रखे थे और उसको एक महंगा मोबाइल फोन भी गिफ्ट किया था। इतना ही नहीं, उसके कई खुलासे के बाद आज जो अयोध्या पुलिस की टीम है वो साफ तौर पर अयोध्या जिला कारागार गई, जहां पर जो अन्य 5 आरोपी हैं उनसे उसके दिए हुए जवाबों का मिलान करेगी, उनका आमना सामना कराएगी और उसके बाद इस पूरी मनी ट्रेल का पता लगाएगी। क्योंकि पुलिस का साफ तौर पर यह कहना है कि अभी ये जो मामला है ये सिर्फ 80 लाख पे नहीं थम रहा है, कहीं ना कहीं बड़ी रकम की बात सामने आ रही, क्योंकि बहुत से ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको इन्होंने जो कैश रिकवर हुआ है उसके अलावा भी पैसा दे रखा था, जिसके चलते अब जो जांच का दायरा है वो बढ़ रहा है और तमाम लोग ऐसे हैं जो इस जांच की जिद में अब आ रहे हैं और उनसे भी पूछताछ होगी। आज लगभग 6-7 घंटे की पूछताछ के बाद पुलिस अहम जो जवाब है वो आरोपियों से लेगी और उसके बाद जो लोग इन 8 आरोपियों से जुड़े हुए हैं और अब तक पुलिस की रडार से बाहर हैं, उनसे भी इस पूरे मामले में पूछताछ कीगी।
Gaurav, stay on with us. Getting some more breaking news coming in. VHP has stepped in. The probe continues. VHP International President and Senior Advocate Alok Kumar wrote a letter to Ayodhya DSP Ashutosh Tiwari over the statements of many political leaders, including Arvind Kejriwal, Ram Gopal Yadav, Sanjay Singh, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on the alleged Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case. Alok Kumar has requested Ayodhya DSP to record the statement, seek the factual basis, the source of the allegations, and supporting documents for the allegations as well. I want to go back to my colleague, Gaurav. Gaurav, the VHP ने लिखा है to SIT that जो opposition leaders बोल रहे हैं कि financial scam हुआ है, उनके statements भी record करने होंगे. They are asking for the statements of these leaders. We're talking about Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Arvind Kejriwal, Sanjay Singh and Ram Gopal Yadav statements to be recorded as well.
देखिए, बिल्कुल लगातार जिस वक्त ये मामला प्रकाश में आया था, सबके सामने आया, तो उसके बाद से ही लगातार जो विपक्ष है, तमाम बड़े नेता है, वो लगातार दावे कर रहे थे, एलिगेशंस लगा रहे थे, जिसके चलते कहीं ना कहीं सरकार को घेर रहे थे। उसके बाद अब ये जो वीएचपी ने लेटर जारी किया है, उनसे साफ तौर पर इस बारे में बोला गया कि जो वो अपने स्टेटमेंट्स दे रहे हैं, जो दावे कर रहे हैं, उनका उसके पास प्रूफ क्या है, इस प्रूफ को भी उनके लिया जाए और जांच के जिद में इनको भी लिया जाए, इनसे भी पूछताछ की जाए कि इनको ये एविडेंस किसने दिए हैं या इनके पास एविडेंस के तौर पर क्या है। चूंकि साफ तौर पर देखा जा रहा था, एक के बाद एक लगातार आरोप सरकार पर लग रहे थे, जिसके बाद अब इस पूरे मामले में जो जांच है उसकी रिक्वेस्ट करी गई है कि जांच जो है इस पहलू पर भी की जाए कि जो एलिगेशंस लग रहे हैं उनमें कितनी सत्यता है और क्या किस एविडेंस के साथ इस तरह के जो एलिगेशंस है वो लगाए जा रहे हैं। आमतौर पर हमने देखा जिस तरह से जो अयोध्या की बार काउंसिल है उसने भी आरोप लगाया था कि 20,000 करोड़ से ज्यादा का ये जो गबन है, ये जो चोरी है वो हुई है, लेकिन साफ तौर पर अब पुलिस इस पूरे मामले में जांच करे कि जो एलिगेशन लगा रहा है उसके बाद उसके साक्ष्य क्या है, किस आधार पर एलिगेशंस लगाए जा रहे हैं। अगर इस पूरे मामले में जो दावा, चाहे बात प्रियंका गांधी की जाए या बात रामगोपाल यादव की जाए, अरविंद केजरीवाल, सब एक एक करके जो दावे अपने पेश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उनमें सबूत क्या है, किस सबूत के आधार पर वो इस तरह के दावे कर रहे हैं, क्लेम कर रहे हैं और इस पूरे मामले में स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं। इनके जो स्टेटमेंट्स हैं वो भी रिकॉर्ड किए जाएं, एसआईटी इनसे भी पूछताछ करे और इनके दावे देखे कि कितने जो इनके दावे हैं उनमें क्या एविडेंस है इनके पास, उसके आधार पर ये इस तरह के जो स्टेटमेंट्स हैं वो दे रहे हैं।
That's right. Well, thank you, Gaurav, for getting us all those details. In fact, I'm getting some more reactions coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party MP, Sanjay Singh, on this entire Ram Mandir donation theft case. Let's play it out.
कि राम के काम में भी भेदभाव। निपेंद्र मिश्रा जी ने कहा चोरी नहीं डकैती हुई है, उनका नाम नोटिस में क्यों नहीं है? महिपाल सिंह जो विश्व हिंदू परिषद और आरएसएस के कार्यकर्ता हैं, जिन्होंने बताया कि हमारे सामने चढ़ावे में चोरी हुई और हमने इसकी सूचना चंपत राय और उनके सहयोगी गोपाल राव को दी, उनका नाम इस नोटिस में क्यों नहीं है? विनय कटियार जो कह रहे हैं वहां चोरी हो रही है, बेईमानी हो रही है, उनका नाम नोटिस में क्यों नहीं है? क्यों नहीं है? रजनीश सिंह जिस व्यक्ति ने, जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का पूर्व मीडिया प्रभारी है, जिसने सबसे पहले पत्र लिखा इस पूरे मामले में, चढ़ावे चोरी के मामले में, उनका नाम क्यों नहीं है? स्वामी और मुक्तेश्वरानंद जी, शंकराचार्य जी ने भी बयान दिया है, उनसे भी साक्ष्य उनके पास भी जो है वो भी दे। बताइए ना। वहां के संत महात्मा धर्मदास जी, उनका नाम क्यों नहीं है? महंत धर्मदास जी का नाम क्यों नहीं है? इसका मतलब ये विश्व हिंदू परिषद की जो चिट्ठी है ये राजनीति से प्रेरित है, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने लिखा है। तो जब भी वहां का आईओ मुझे बुलाएगा, मैं तो 5 साल से इंतजार कर रहा हूं। 2021 में भी मैंने शिकायत की थी, तहरीर दी थी, 2021 में भी तहरीर दी थी मैंने कि भैया वहां भ्रष्टाचार हो रहा है, इसकी जांच कर लो। 2 करोड़ की जमीन 18.5 करोड़ में खरीदी उसी दिन कुछ मिनट के बाद। तब आलोक कुमार जी नहीं जागे। तब आलोक कुमार जी ने कोई साक्ष्य नहीं मांगा, क्योंकि वो सारे साक्ष्य जो है मैंने फिर एसआईटी को जाके दे दिया। 5 साल कोई कार्रवाई नहीं की, ये लोग कुछ नहीं बोले। तो अभी इतने सारे लोग, ट्रस्ट का खुद का व्यक्ति भाई, ट्रस्ट के अध्यक्ष नित्य गोपाल दास जी के उत्तराधिकारी कमल नयन दास जी कह रहे हैं ये लोग चोर हैं, बेईमान हैं, उनके बयान हैं। उनको नोटिस भेजा आलोक कुमार जी ने, कहीं देखा हो तो आप दिखाइए। तो इसलिए कि हम किसी राजनीतिक दल से जुड़े हुए हैं, आम आदमी पार्टी से जुड़े हुए हैं, इसलिए हम इनको पत्र लिख के हवाई दिखाएंगे कि देखिए साहब हम कितने बहादुर हैं। कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आपने पत्र भेजा है। मैं सुबह से सैकड़ों लोगों से बात कर चुका, सुबह से मैं लगातार फोन पे हूं, अपनी टीम को भी मैंने लगा दिया है। जो जो साक्ष्य आपके पास हैं चलिए, अब हो सकता है आईओ बुला लेगा, सबको ले चल के जाके वहां बताएंगे किससे कितना पैसा लिया था, कितना चांदी लिया था, कितना सोना लिया था, किसको किसको रसीद नहीं मिली। हमने बात कर ली है सब लोगों से।
As probe deepens, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat has now reacted on the Ram Temple donation case, saying that the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh's position is the same as stated by the RSS General Secretary Dattatreya Hosavale, that those guilty must be held accountable. Effective steps must be taken to rectify all the shortcomings in management and operations, and one must not let this incident to be exploited to malign Hindu religion. Let's listen in.
एक स्टेटमेंट आया है दत्ता जी का, वही देखो उनसे प्रतिक्रिया एक स्टेटमेंट आया है दत्ता जी का, वही देखो उनसे प्रतिक्रिया
So viewers, let's talk about ethanol. That is right, E20 petrol is safe, scientifically tested. That's what government and experts have now debunked myths on ethanol fuel. The centre has issued a detailed rebuttal to what it described as misinformation surrounding India's E20 ethanol blending program, dismissing viral claims that the fuel damages engines, invalidates vehicle insurance, attracts insects, causes excessive water consumption, or even poses safety risk. Now, the clarification comes amid a heated public debate over the nationwide rollout of the E20 petrol. Take a look.
The centre has issued a detailed rebuttal to what it described as misinformation surrounding India's E20 ethanol blending program, dismissing viral claims that the fuel damages engines, invalidates vehicle insurance, attracts insects, causes excessive water consumption, or poses safety risks. The clarification comes amid a heated public debate over the nationwide rollout of E20 petrol. Industry experts on Saturday sought to allay concerns over the use of E20 ethanol-blended petrol, saying the fuel has undergone extensive scientific testing, meets stringent quality standards, and is safe even for vehicles manufactured before the E20 mandate, and also helps in reducing India's dependence on crude oil imports. Addressing a press conference, the expert said India's ethanol blending program was implemented through a phased and science-based approach involving extensive consultation with automakers, testing agencies and other stakeholders before its nationwide rollout.
India mandated E20 from 2023 for material compliance, and before that it was E10. Obviously, after 2023, both the cars and the fuel are mandated for E20, so that is not a cause of concern. If I understand well, the cause of concern is what happens if on the cars that have been sold before 2023, manufactured and sold before 2023, if which was primarily designed for E10, what if E20 fuel is used on them? That's probably the central question which needs to be addressed. As Mr. Gulati said, the industry is very robust in design, testing, validation, certification, and even post-certification, checking conformity of production through the life of the model. And in that design methodology, let me mention to you that we have sufficient factors of safety that take care that there is no problem in terms of wear and tear, corrosion, or damage to the life of the car or the parts that come in contact with the E20 fuel if E20 is used on cars that were produced and sold in India before 2023. As a manufacturer, we have tested E10 cars which were prevalent before 2023 on E20 fuel for all parameters, and we have not found anything of concern. That's a statement of confidence that I want to give you.
The experts also debunked videos claiming sugarcane juice is directly mixed with petrol, calling them misleading. It explained that fuel-grade ethanol is produced through fermentation and distillation and meets stringent quality standards before blending with petrol.
Ethanol is a very good fuel. Its RON is much higher, therefore very good drivability. And it's nothing new. In fact, I was also surprised to know that initially in early 1900s, when the new automobiles started to roll out, it was ethanol that was used. And another fact is that, its performance is so good that it is used in Formula One racing cars. So the fuel itself is very good from a performance point of view, acceleration, RON element, but it's also clean fuel. In an era when we are facing the issue of climate change and are looking at rapidly decarbonizing, this is a zero carbon fuel because it's derived from plants. None of the carbon emitted by when you use this fuel is under the ground. It's all over the ground, which is recycled. That makes it extremely good for not only use now, but for our coming generations, because we are avoiding so much of carbon emissions, which has adverse impact on our society and the generations to come.
Highlighting the benefits of the program, the government said ethanol blending has helped save over 1.4 lakh crore in foreign exchange by reducing crude oil imports, strengthened India's energy security, lowered carbon emissions, and created additional income opportunities for farmers. It noted that ethanol blending is a globally accepted practice, with countries such as Brazil, the United States, and Japan successfully using higher ethanol blends.
For those of you who have worked with me and know me, I am, criticism को मैं welcome करता हूँ. आपको कुछ लगे कि हम जो काम कर रहे हैं अगर उसमें कोई कमी है तो आप बताइए उसकी और हम आपकी बात सुनेंगे. आपके सुझाव जो हैं उनको हम अपने काम में इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे एंड वी विल मेक द करेक्शन. बट ये तो जो खबरें फैला रहे थे, क्या है कि पहले तो एथेनॉल अगर इस्तेमाल करोगे तो कीड़ी आ जाएगी. दूसरा, अगर इस्तेमाल क्या कहते हैं, एथेनॉल अगर इस्तेमाल करोगे तो इंजन बैठ जाएगा, डैमेज हो जाएगा, फ्यूल पंप बंद हो जाएगा. अरे भाई, एथेनॉल का काम ना हमने इन्वेंट किया, 100 साल से इस पे काम हो रहा है.
The ministry urged citizens not to rely on misleading social media posts and reiterated that the ethanol blending program remains a key pillar of India's clean energy and energy security strategy, with decisions guided by scientific evidence, continuous monitoring, and stakeholder consultations.
And viewers, taking a short break. Do not go anywhere. We are tracking one more story. The anti-terror operations which are underway in Jammu and Kashmir, Shopian, after 2 terrorists were spotted in the area. Yes, stay tuned.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ.
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट. ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े. चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े.
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
R Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाई जीरा सिप MTH का जल जीरा जीरा सिप
जीरा सिप असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है, स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है, अरे मेरे राजा
सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwan Man's problem is that in the process.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी every day.
QS&T achieved. The world's foremost university rankings organizations have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है, स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much.
आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ।
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus. Right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzi.
You were no paparazzi at that time.
There were no paparazzis.
This has happened now?
This is
There was no Viral Bayani then?
Back then, it was just,
What do you mean back then? If you keep talking, I'm over a decade older to you. If you keep saying back then I'll stop driving the car here.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean.
What am I then? Back then. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwan Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53.
A very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. This is Shivam Dutt Mehta, and our top focus stories include the probe in the Ram Mandir donation scam, where VHP has written to the police to probe the allegations that have been made by the opposition leaders, also so that there would be no baseless allegations and there will be thorough investigation. We'll get you all the latest details on this story and a lot more. But first up, let's have a look at the top headlines of the hour. A direct impact of Republic's relentless reporting. The anti-India book glorifying terrorists in Kashmir has been withdrawn. 8 officials suspended. J&K police to treat book controversy as terror act. Invoke section 13 of UAPA. Publishers' premises raided. Anti-terror operation underway in J&K's Shopian after 2 terrorists were spotted in the Meemandar area, comprised 7 villages. Government issues a stern notice to Meta on child sexual exploitative and abuse material in paid ads on Instagram. Detailed explanation demanded in 7 days. Fresh video emerges from Rawalkot and PoK, shows Pakistani forces mercilessly shooting at peaceful protesters. All right, viewers, let's begin with the first top story, and this is about Mumbai rains. Now, rain continues to wreak havoc in Mumbai. A huge tree fell on a diagnostic center in Mumbai's Dadar area, but a major mishap was averted as the center was shut today. Now, the traffic on the road is disrupted and efforts to smoothen the traffic is underway by cutting the branches of the tree. As you can see the visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, this is the tree that fell. Now, BMC has issued an advisory for people to stay indoors because the situation is such, because rain continues to wreak havoc in Mumbai, and these are one of the various issues that are being faced by the citizens. One disaster after the other, and this one where a huge tree fell on a diagnostic center in Mumbai's Dadar area. But a major mishap averted as the center is shut today. Our correspondent, senior correspondent Revati, filed a ground report. Let's go across to that.
It is the day 2 of red alert in Mumbai city, and the situation in the Mumbai city worsens because there are numerous incidents of tree falling, waterlogging, and the situation gets worsened in the city because from yesterday there are torrential rains recorded in Mumbai city and in the suburbans, and one such incident has happened in Dadar. You can see a big tree has fallen and approximately half an hour ago, and a major mishap has been averted because the tree has fallen onto the diagnostic center. And fortunately today, due to the red alert, the diagnostic center has been asked to keep shut, and that's why a major mishap has been averted. Approximately half an hour ago, this big tree fell on this very building in Dadar, and a major mishap has been averted. Now the work of cutting the tree and cutting the tree is underway. As of now, the traffic on this road has been disrupted, but the efforts are being made to smoothen the traffic in this area. But the situation worsens. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation has also issued an alert because there there is red alert in the Mumbai city and in the suburbans today as well. So the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation has asked citizens to stay inside. Also, there is torrential rains in Mumbai, as well as there's a high tide at around 3:44 p.m. today. Also, it is expected that at regular intervals, the speed of the air will be 55 to 60 kilometers per hour, and this is 7th or 8th incident in Dadar itself where a big tree has fallen. So the citizens are advised to stay indoors.
All right, Revati is live with us with all the latest updates on what exactly is happening in Maharashtra and Mumbai. Now, Revati, this is among the many cases, the many mishaps, as you were very well highlighting, which is happening in Maharashtra as we speak. In the previous case, also, a tree fell on a van which claimed the life of a very young boy, a very young child. Now, who exactly is responsible for that, and will accountability be fixed? What are the demands of the citizens in this case? Because trees need to be maintained. Earlier cases also, there were complaints, but nobody is ready to pay a heed to the complaints of the common citizens.
Right, as you rightly mentioned, now the question of the accountability is there. The most important thing here to be highlighted is that the situation in Mumbai, Maharashtra worsens because there are torrential rains which are recorded from last 2 days in Mumbai, and there are several incidents of tree falling, waterlogging and what not. Also, many electrical open wires have also come in contact with the places where there are waterlogged, and also the latest incident which is recorded in Mumbai, Maharashtra is that a person, a 63-year-old person died due to a tree fell on him, not actually on him but on his shop. He was rushed to the nearby hospital and he was declared dead, brought dead by the Fauziya hospital in Kurla. And this is not the first incident of tree falling in Mumbai. In Mumbai's Dadar area itself, there were 7 to 8, rather more than 7 to 8 incidents reported of tree falling in the area, and the ones which we reported from Mahim is the latest tree falling incident which we reported, but a major mishap was averted. And now speaking about accountability, the question remains about the accountability, because as of now we can see, if we currently look at the Mumbai situation, the pre-monsoon works done by the authorities is questionable, because at many places every year Andheri subway is waterlogged, and same situation continues this year. So there's a famous saying here in Mumbai that at first Mumbai rains feels poetic, but now it has become chaotic. So that is the situation is here in Mumbai right now.
All right, thanks a lot, Revati. Definitely from poetic to chaotic in Mumbai as we speak. Keep a track of all the developments that are happening. We'll come back to you as more details emerge in this story. But let's go on to another big development that we're getting right now. This is about Mahisagar. In Mahisagar's Lunawara town, a speeding car struck 2 women who were walking on the road, leaving both injured. This is the video, exclusive on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly the moment the car hit, and both were left injured, with one in a very critical condition. The entire incident was captured on the CCTV, the nearby CCTV camera, and locals immediately rushed the victims to Lunawara Civil Hospital for treatment, as you can see. And this accident has heightened concerns as speeding vehicle incidents are rising in the town. Just days ago, a child was killed and 2 others injured after being hit by a speeding SUV. Now, residents have demanded strict action against reckless drivers to prevent further tragedies. This is the accident which has been captured on the CCTV camera that has been installed nearby. Now, this is Mahisagar's Lunawara town, where a speeding car struck 2 women. All right, viewers, now let's shift our focus to PoK. Now, intense firing by Pakistani forces towards the protesters' sit-in was reported in Rawalkot, Azad, Jammu and Kashmir, that is the PoK. Now, Pakistani forces are shooting at unarmed sit-in protesters. This is another development that we're getting from PoK, where the Pakistani forces, the Pakistani army, the Pakistani police is firing, is shooting at innocent civilians. Now let's play the audio in this case. Let's listen into the audio.
लोग की आवाम की मजबूर किया जाना कि आवाम कोई ऐसे कदम चुका है कि जिसमें इन्हों की वापस पुख्तना पे देखो इतना कितनी आवाम इन्हों मारने पे शायद इतनी ज़्यादा को हिसाब ही ग्राउंड है सारा इस पूरे ग्राउंड इसलिए शैल मारो स्ट्रेट फायर भी करने पे मेरे लोगों पर बार हमले लोग की आवाम की मजबूर किया जाना कि आवाम कोई ऐसे कदम चुका है कि जिसमें इन्हों की वापस पुख्तना पे देखो इतना कितनी आवाम इन्हों मारने पे शायद इतनी ज़्यादा को हिसाब ही ग्राउंड है सारा इस पूरे ग्राउंड इसलिए शैल मारो
Alright, so these are the visuals coming in from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where the PoK army, the PoK security forces were firing at innocent civilians. Now, let's move on to another big breaking news development. This is about Advocate Khwaja Mehran, who appeals for mass movement against Pakistani government and the army. And he says, and I quote, the people of PoK are going towards making history. And if we wanted to, we could have hung their trousers. And they are addressing to the Pakistani forces, the Pakistani army, and they are saying that if we wanted to, we could have hung the trousers of your forces on these streets and moved forward on the first day. We had to show you their reality. He is addressing to the citizens in that location in PoK, and he said that we had to show you the reality of Pakistan, and True Face will move forward on the 5th, that is today. So there is a mass movement, a mass protest that is happening as we speak, and protesters were being shot at on 4th also, that is yesterday, and even today also the situation seems to be quite grim, and this is a call for a mass movement against Pakistan. This is the JAAC appealing for mass movement against Pakistan, and they say we will move forward and we will move ahead against the Pakistani government, against the Pakistani forces. All right, viewers, now let's move on to another big developing story, a big breaking news. A major humanitarian emergency is unfolding at Mali in Maldives, where 20 Indian seafarers remain stranded in life-threatening conditions amid rough seas and deteriorating safety. Now, according to reports, the crew has been left without adequate food, drinking water, fuel and other essential supplies, raising serious concerns over their survival. The crisis has worsened as the vessel has reportedly lost its anchor. Now, in an urgent intervention, appeals were made to the Government of India, the Indian High Commission in Mali, and all concerned authorities to launch an immediate humanitarian response. Let's listen into the message that has been conveyed by the trapped Indian seafarers.
We are studying here for 2 months, and we are already contacted with the ITF. ITF will help us, and we are confirmly informed to ITF, Ministry, and foreign ministries, Indian Embassy, everywhere. We need urgently release from here. We don't have food from 3 days. We are drinking water. This water we are drinking from 20 days, from 2 months. We don't. This water from that we collect by rainwater. After this water we put in tank, and our tank's condition is not good. We are suffering here. I don't know if anybody die here, who will be responsible, because we both vessels have just one anchor. We don't have anything on board from 3 days to no eat anything. Here 20 crew, but nobody eat anything from 3 days. No have drinking water. I request to Indian Ministry, I request to Foreign Ministry, I request to ITF, please help us, please help us. ITF help before our owner is here. Now actual owner is here only in Maldives. We are stuck in Maldives. Before our owner was Ratnakar Mishra and Ibrahim. They are proudly sent us here. they speak Captain stop AIS and going to Maldives. When we question to them, it's not legal, it's illegal for everyone, for any another country we are entering, we should be start our AIS. After they said, Captain, if you like this, if you don't listen us, we will not pay single dollar of all crew salaries. Then now please I request you, help us. We need urgently help. We need urgently fuel. We need urgently provision. Everything we need. But nobody here. I complained to ITF also that Indian embassy also and their customs didn't listen us. Our owner in Malé only, but our owner need agency. Then customs, I don't know why customs didn't approval to that agency, local agency. We need agent. After that, our agent will provide us provision, anchor, everything. So please, this is humble request to you. Help us. We are 20 people sitting here in Maldives, Malé anchorage. Thank you. Morning authorities.
So this was the story of the Indian seafarers who are stuck in Maldives with limited water supply left and zero food supply available to sustain in that weather in that location. Now let's move on to another top story. Amid growing misinformation on social media about ethanol-blended petrol, the government and leading automobile manufacturers have stepped forward to reassure consumers. Officials and industry experts say extensive testing has confirmed that E20 fuel is safe for vehicles, does not damage engines and will not impact warranties or insurance coverage. They also say that the program is helping India reduce its dependence on imported crude oil while promoting cleaner and more sustainable mobility. Here's a report.
The automobile industry have come together to counter misinformation surrounding E20 petrol. The industry experts firmly rejected claims that ethanol-blended fuel damages vehicles or poses risks to consumers. They reaffirmed their support for E20 petrol across the country. Officials said that ethanol blending is backed by years of scientific research and extensive testing and noted that India achieved its first target of 20% ethanol blending in petrol by December 2025, 5 years ahead of schedule.
This ethanol blending in petrol has been not done overnight. It is a measured, scientifically driven, step-by-step process. In 2013 and 14, we were blending about 1.5% ethanol in gasoline. And this program was targeted to have 20% blending, which is E20, which was completed in December 25, 5 years ahead of the target. This program, the ethanol blending program, particularly in 2018, it was in a structured manner put out for discussion and deliberation by all stakeholders. It is supported by scientific evidence, extensive testing by the automotive manufacturers and the agencies who support them, namely the Automotive Research Association of India, ARAI, and SIAM. And also it is in line with the global best practices which is followed to green the fossil fuels to lower the carbon emissions.
Shukla also emphasized that E20 fuel standards were developed through extensive scientific studies, consultations and testing.
There have been diversification in the sources to produce its ethanol, which has led to the reduction of crude import. And if you have seen the West Asia crisis, which we overcame, some part of the vulnerability was reduced by reduction of crude import equivalent to the 20% gasoline, which was made available to all the customers across the country.
She mentioned that more than 77,000 fuel retail outlets are now supplying E20 compliant petrol nationwide. Automobile manufacturers also strongly defended the use of ethanol blended fuel, dismissing concerns regarding vehicle compatibility and long-term engine performance.
We are all aware that the energy content or the calorific value of E20 versus E10 is slightly lesser. So it's less by about 3 to 3.5%. To that extent, the mileage is less. It is accepted. However, the advantage with ethanol fuel is that you can have a higher RON. Fortunately, the government has also notified a higher RON of octane number of 95, which allows us to design engines with higher compression ratio, with higher low end torque, etc. So both the drivability parameters and the fuel efficiency or mileage parameters can go up.
Government said that extensive testing has shown that even vehicles manufactured before the E20 mandate can safely operate on the blended fuel without significant performance or durability issues. Industry leaders further highlighted ethanol's environmental and performance advantages, describing it as a cleaner fuel with strong combustion characteristics.
Ethanol is a very good fuel. Its RON is much higher, therefore very good drivability, and it's nothing new. In fact, I was also surprised to know that initially in early 1900s, when the new automobiles started to roll out, it was ethanol that was used. And another fact is that its performance is so good that it is used in Formula 1 racing cars. So the fuel itself is very good from a performance point of view, acceleration, RON element, but it's also clean fuel.
Experts pointed out that recent geopolitical tensions and supply chain uncertainties have underlined the importance of diversifying India's energy sources and reducing dependence on imported fossil fuels. With scientific studies, industry validation, and large-scale field testing backing the initiative, officials maintain that E20 petrol is safe, reliable, and a key pillar of India's long-term energy strategy.
As thousands of devotees undertake the sacred Amarnath Yatra, the Indian Army has unveiled a towering national flag at Chandanwadi along the Pahalgam route. Installed by the Chinar Corps, the high-mast tricolour stands as a symbol of national pride, unity and devotion, welcoming every pilgrim on the spiritual journey to the holy cave. Here's a report on everything we know so far.
A towering tricolour now proudly greets devotees on the Amarnath Yatra route as the Indian Army inaugurated a high-mast national flag at Chandanwadi. Installed by the Chinar Corps, the national flag stands at the gateway of the Pahalgam route leading to the holy cave. The initiative aims to inspire pilgrims, tourists and local residents with a powerful message of unity, patriotism and national pride.
चंदनवाड़ी की पावन धरती पर एक एडिड अट्रैक्शन होगा जहां पर हमारे लाखों करोड़ों जो पर्यटक आते हैं और तीर्थ यात्री आते हैं वो यहां पर आकर बीटिंग रिट्रीट सेरेमनी में भी हिस्सा लेंगे और इसके साथ साथ जो नेशनलिज्म का एक जो जज्बा है हमारा जो तो वो भी लोग उसको खूब निहार सकते हैं इस जगह पे आके अपनी तस्वीरें बना सकते हैं बाकी चीज़ें भी कर सकते हैं और ख़ासकर ये जो आज का ये आस्था चिन्ह है ये पब्लिक को पूरी कंट्री को डेडिकेट किया है इंडियन आर्मी ने हम 1 सेक्टर RR और अपने 3RR का और खासकर GOC विक्टर फोर्स सबका शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि उन्होंने एक बहुत ही अच्छी चीज़ यहाँ पर जो है नेशनलिज्म के प्रति सम्मानित होते हुए यहाँ पर इसका इंस्टॉलेशन किया है.
The towering tricolour has become a new landmark on the Yatra route, welcoming thousands of devotees undertaking the annual pilgrimage. Rich visuals from Chandanwadi show pilgrims pausing to admire the flag and capture the moment as they continue their spiritual journey.
इस ऐसी लोकेशंस पे अगर हम पहले कुछ सालों की बात करें यहाँ पर कोई भी नेटवर्क कम्युनिकेशन नहीं था लेकिन अभी की अगर हम बात करें यहाँ एक तो नेटवर्क भी है मोबाइल नेटवर्क भी है लेकिन उसके साथ साथ अगर हम बात करें यहाँ पर इस नेशनल फ्लैग की जो है आज इनॉग्रेशन की गई है. जिस तरह से आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर किस तरह से लोग मौजूद हैं और यहाँ पर बच्चे भी जो है वो आए हुए हैं और लगातार आप देख रहे हैं किस तरह से अब चंदनवाड़ी से भी जो है देश का झंडा जो है वो 24 घंटे लहरेगा.
With elaborate security arrangements already in place, the high-mast tricolour now stands as a powerful reminder that faith, service and patriotism walk together on the sacred Amarnath Yatra.
All right. It was time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere because we have a lot more lined up coming up after the break. Anti-terror operation underway in J&K's Shopian after 2 terrorists were spotted in the Mandar area, comprised 7 villages.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
यानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast, and the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosions.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwan Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover 2 lies, he lies a 3rd time and a 4th time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job, but it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Mann at present, which is about 52, 53 years old. And Bhagwant Mann on the other side at the age of 39, when he was a performer. Well, he is still a performer in a way. But there's a distinct physical difference. A, he's put on a lot of weight. His face is much more puffy. He's older. He's wearing a turban. He was not wearing a turban.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. This is Shivam Dutt Mehta. Republic School of Journalism, India's most sought-after live learning program, has now opened applications for its 2026 batch. RSJ was launched with a single mission to train the next generation of journalists, not in classrooms, but on the field, live, as news breaks, covering elections, wars, and the biggest stories of our times, under the direct mentorship of India's best journalists at the Republic Media Network. And the results speak for themselves. 100% of students from RSJ's inaugural batch are now placed working in newsrooms. The new batch begins this August, and aspiring journalists can apply online now at www.republicschoolofjournalism.com or call 836-999-5400 to know more. Now let's shift our focus and get you all the top headlines of the hour. A direct impact of Republic's relentless reporting, the anti-India book glorifying terrorists in Kashmir has been withdrawn and 8 officials suspended. J&K police to treat book controversy as terror act, invoke section 13 of UAPA, publishers' premises raided. Anti-terror operation underway in J&K's Shopian after 2 terrorists were spotted in the Meemander area comprising 7 villages. Government issues a stern notice to Meta on child sexual exploitative and abuse material in paid ads on Instagram. Detailed explanation sought in 7 days. Fresh video emerges from Rawalkot in PoK, shows Pakistani forces mercilessly shooting at peaceful protesters. All right, viewers, let's begin with the first big breaking news in this bulletin, and this is about the Ram Mandir. And now in the Ram Mandir donation theft case, Ayodhya police have uncovered new evidence revealing that accused Avinash Shukla made transactions exceeding rupees 15 lakh, transferring money to several individuals and handing over cash to others, ladies and gentlemen, which investigators are now probing for links to the stolen donation funds. Now, he also gifted approximately 2 lakh rupees in cash and an expensive mobile phone to a female friend, prompting further scrutiny into the source of these funds. When his brother inquired about the money's origin, Avinash gave no clear answer, while associate Anukalp claimed devotees happily donated at the temple and paid for darshan assistance. Police are now verifying the veracity of these claims. So transactions exceeding rupees 15 lakh are under scanner, and he was allegedly gifting mobile phones to his girlfriend and spending money lavishly, and that was the money that he received via the donations, and allegedly this is the theft of the donation money at the Ram temple, and this is Avinash Shukla, who made transactions exceeding 15 lakh rupees, transferring money to several individuals. All right, we have Gaurav with us. All right, so this is the big development. We lost Gaurav in between, but this is the big development we're getting to know in the Ram Mandir donation theft case. Ayodhya police uncovers new evidence. All right, let's shift our focus to another big development that we are getting in this matter in the Ram Mandir donation theft case. Now, as the probe in the case continues, VHP International President and Senior Advocate Alok Kumar wrote a letter to Ayodhya DSP, that is Ashutosh Tiwari, over the statements of several political leaders, including Arvind Kejriwal, Ram Gopal Yadav, Sanjay Singh, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, on the alleged Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case. Now, Alok Kumar has requested Ayodhya DSP to record their statements, seek the factual basis, the source of their allegations, and supporting documents for their allegations as well. So he wants that there should be a thorough probe, a thorough investigation. This is exactly on your screen, the graphics, VHP on opposition allegations. They're asking to record statements of opposition leaders and seek factual basis of the allegations, not just merely allegations will work. And then more graphics. Let's go on to other plates as well. This is Alok Kumar, president of the VHP, and he has also sought the source and supporting documents in this case. This is VHP on allegations by the opposition members like Arvind Kejriwal, Sanjay Singh and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Now we have also the letter. We have accessed the letter, and let's go across to the letter details. This is they have said that we have come across several statements made by various public figures which have been widely circulated through. And he also goes on in the next part of the graphics. He also goes on to name the individuals that are involved, and he also says that these individuals have given interviews in television, social media channels, so he names them. The names are also Ram Gopal Yadav, Yandanshi Sanjay Singh, and also others, and Priyanka Gandhi also on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And now let's take a look at the reaction coming in from AAP MP Sanjay Singh.
कि राम के काम में भी भेदभाव। निपेंद्र मिश्रा जी ने कहा चोरी नहीं डकैती हुई है, उनका नाम नोटिस में क्यों नहीं है? महिपाल सिंह जो विश्व हिंदू परिषद और आरएसएस के कार्यकर्ता हैं, जिन्होंने बताया कि हमारे सामने चढ़ावे में चोरी हुई और हमने इसकी सूचना चंपत राय और उनके सहयोगी गोपाल राव को दी, उनका नाम इस नोटिस में क्यों नहीं है? विनय कटियार जो कह रहे हैं वहां चोरी हो रही है, बेईमानी हो रही है, उनका नाम नोटिस में क्यों नहीं है? क्यों नहीं है? रजनीश सिंह, जिस व्यक्ति ने, जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का पूर्व मीडिया प्रभारी है, जिसने सबसे पहले पत्र लिखा इस पूरे मामले में, चढ़ावे चोरी के मामले में, उनका नाम क्यों नहीं है? स्वामी और मुक्तेश्वरानंद जी, शंकराचार्य जी ने भी बयान दिया है, उनसे भी साक्ष्य उनके पास भी जो है वो भी दे। बताइए ना। वहां के संत महात्मा धर्मदास जी, उनका नाम क्यों नहीं है? महान धर्मदास जी का नाम क्यों नहीं है? इसका मतलब ये विश्व हिंदू परिषद की जो चिट्ठी है ये राजनीति से प्रेरित है, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने लिखा है। तो जब भी वहां का आईओ मुझे बुलाएगा, मैं तो 5 साल से इंतजार कर रहा हूं। 2021 में भी मैंने शिकायत की थी, तहरीर दी थी, 2021 में भी तहरीर दी थी मैंने कि भैया वहां भ्रष्टाचार हो रहा है, इसकी जांच कर लो। 2 करोड़ की जमीन 18.5 करोड़ में खरीदी उसी दिन कुछ मिनट के बाद। तब आलोक कुमार जी नहीं जागे, तब आलोक कुमार जी ने कोई साक्ष्य नहीं मांगा, क्योंकि वो सारे साक्ष्य जो है मैंने फिर एसआईटी को जाके दे दिया। 5 साल कोई कार्रवाई नहीं की, ये लोग कुछ नहीं बोले। तो अभी इतने सारे लोग, ट्रस्ट का खुद का व्यक्ति, भाई ट्रस्ट के अध्यक्ष नित्य गोपाल दास जी के उत्तराधिकारी कमल नयन दास जी कह रहे हैं ये लोग चोर हैं, बेईमान हैं, उनके बयान हैं। उनको नोटिस भेजा आलोक कुमार जी ने, कहीं देखा हो तो आप दिखाइए। तो इसलिए कि हम किसी राजनीतिक दल से जुड़े हुए हैं, आम आदमी पार्टी से जुड़े हुए हैं, इसलिए हम इनको पत्र लिख के हवाई दिखाएंगे कि देखिए साहब हम कितने बहादुर हैं। कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आपने पत्र भेजा है। मैं सुबह से सैकड़ों लोगों से बात कर चुका, सुबह से मैं लगातार फोन पे हूं, अपनी टीम को भी मैंने लगा दिया है। जो जो साक्ष्य आपके पास हैं चलिए, अब हो सकता है आईओ बुला लेगा, सबको ले चल के जाके वहां बताएंगे किससे कितना पैसा लिया था, कितना चांदी लिया था, कितना सोना लिया था, किसको किसको रसीद नहीं मिली। हमने बात कर ली है सब लोगों से।
So, all right, so these are the opposition leaders who made serious allegations, and now the VHP president is asking for answers and thorough probe, a thorough investigation. But let's go across to another big breaking news development coming in this Ram Mandir donation theft case. Probe now deepens in Ram Mandir donation theft case. Ayodhya Circle Officer Ashutosh Tiwari is at the district jail to interrogate 5 accused individuals. They've asked for a permission. They got the permission. The investigating officer, that is Ashutosh Tiwari, has also reached the jail. So they are in the jail and they are investigating, as we are getting to know. And this is a very significant development. This interrogation is supposed to happen at the Ayodhya jail. So this is another significant development in the Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case. 5 accused to be questioned inside the district jail by the investigating officer, by the IO, that is Ashutosh Tiwari, who has reached the jail. Probe deepens in Ram Mandir donation theft. Okay, now our correspondent, our colleague Gaurav has filed a ground report from the location. Let's watch that.
अयोध्या जिला कारागृह में इस वक्त जो सीओ हैं वो पहुंचे हैं। साफ तौर पर ये टीम जो है यहाँ पर आई है पूछताछ के लिए। 5 आरोपी जो चंदा चोरी के मामले में जेल के अंदर है, उनसे पूछताछ हो रही है। आपको बता दें, इससे पहले अविनाश शुक्ला से पूछताछ हुई थी, उसके बाद उसकी पीसीआर ली गई थी, और अब साफ तौर पर ये देखिए जो 5 आरोपी अन्य हैं उनसे जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। इसी के चलते आज जो यहाँ पे टीम है वो यहाँ पर पहुंची है। साफ आपको बता दें कि अनुकल्प मिश्रा, लवकुश मिश्रा, रामशंकर यादव और टिन्नू, करुणेश पांडे, मनीष यादव, इन 5 से पूछताछ होगी। उसके बाद एक एक करके इनकी जो पीसीआर है वो भी पुलिस लेगी। लेकिन साफ तौर पर जिला कारागार अयोध्या में जो अयोध्या की पुलिस की टीम है वो पहुंच गई। खुद सीओ जो है वो पहुंचे हैं और उसके साथ ही अंदर अब जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। चूंकि इस पूरे मामले से जुड़े कई ऐसे अहम साक्ष्य थे जो कि अविनाश शुक्ला की पीसीआर के दौरान उसने बताए, जिसकी निशानदेही पर अब जो टीम है वो यहाँ पहुंची है और अंदर लगातार उससे जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। 5 आरोपियों को आमने सामने बैठाकर उनका आमना सामना कराया जाएगा, उनसे पूछताछ की जाएगी। इसके बाद ही इस पूरे केस में, क्योंकि एक के बाद एक लगातार जो डेवलपमेंट है वो देखने को मिल रहा है।
All right, viewers, now let's move on to another big breaking news development. This is about the Indian seafarers who are struck in Mali. Now, a major humanitarian emergency is unfolding at Mali in Maldives, where 20 Indian seafarers remain stranded in life-threatening conditions amid rough seas and deteriorating safety. These are the visuals of those stranded Indian seafarers left with no food, left without food, left without required drinking water, sufficient drinking water, clean drinking water. Now, according to reports, the crew has been left without adequate food, drinking water, even fuel and other essential supplies, raising serious concerns over their survival. The crisis has worsened as the vessel has reportedly lost its anchor. Now, in an urgent intervention, appeals have been made to the Government of India, the Indian High Commission in Mali and all concerned authorities to launch an immediate humanitarian response. Now let's listen into the message, the demands of the stranded Indian seafarers who are demanding immediate help, immediate intervention by the government, by the authorities.
Warning authorities, this is KG1 and this is my own crew. We have 2 vessels here, first of KG1 and secondary KL1. We are stuck here for 2 months and we are already contacted with the ITF and we are confirmly informed to ITF, ministry and foreign ministries, Indian embassy, everywhere. We need urgently release, urgently provision, everything we need. But nobody here. I complained to ITF also that Indian embassy also and their customs didn't listen us. Our owner in Mali only, but our owner need agency. Then customs, I don't know why customs didn't approval to that agency, local agency. We need agent. After that, our agent will provide us provision, anchor, everything. So please, this is humble request. In Maldives, Mali anchorage. Thank you.
All right, we have another big breaking news development. This is coming from Delhi. Delhi Airport issues advisory due to severe weather condition, due to severe weather disruption, due to inclement weather conditions in Delhi. Flight operations are impacted at Delhi Airport. So this is the situation. This is because of weather disruption. Delhi airport issues advisory due to severe weather. Flight ops impacted at Delhi Airport due to heavy rain. So this is the latest that we're getting from Delhi Airport. All right, Saurav is live with us with all the latest details in this story. Saurav, coming to you, we're getting to know that there has been an advisory given by the Delhi Airport and this has severely impacted the operations on ground. What are the kind of weather conditions we are talking about and what is the advisory, Saurav?
Yes, Shivam, the Delhi airport has issued the advisory regarding the delays in flight due to the weather disruption in the national capital. I want to tell our viewers that the Indian Meteorological Department has issued an orange alert for the whole national capital, advising the people to stay at home and do not go out without any essential work, as the moderate to severe thunderstorm is about to hit the national capital, as the cloud mass is heading from Bulandshahr from Greater Noida to the national capital, and there is a possibility of moderate rain in the national capital because of that, and the wind speed because of that will be 40 kilometers to 60 kilometers per hour in this capital city. And in view of this only, the Delhi airport has also issued an advisory regarding the flight delays in this regard. And the advisory, I would like to read the advisory to our viewers, that due to the inclement weather conditions in Delhi, flight operations are impacted at Delhi airport. Our on-ground teams are diligently working with all stakeholders to ensure a seamless and efficient passenger experience. Passengers are advised to consider alternative modes of transport, including Delhi Metro, to reach the airport and avoid potential delays. For the latest flight information, passengers are advised to contact their respective airlines. This is the kind of advisory the Delhi airport has issued for the people who are traveling to the Delhi airport and who are scheduled to catch a flight from the Delhi airport. The advisory has stated that due to the weather disruption, there might be a delay in several flights, and the people are advised to take the Delhi Metro and avoid using the roads and coming to the Delhi airport by their own cars, as there might be a heavy traffic jam and waterlogged streets due to the heavy rainfall which is about to hit the national capital. Shivam.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Saurav. Thanks a lot for all the details. Keep tracking of all the developments. We'll come back to you as more details emerge. Now, let's move on to another top story. Now, Indian Army will soon acquire the Akash Tarang anti-drone electronic warfare system following approval by the DAC, that is the Defence Acquisition Council. This clearance forms part of a major 52,000 crore rupee defence procurement package. The decision highlights India's focus on countering modern aerial threats through homegrown technology. Akash Tarang serves as a counter-drone platform that relies on electronic jamming instead of physical interceptors. The system supports frontline army units and integrates with assets like Akash missile to strengthen air defense while advancing self-reliance in Indian military technologies. Watch this report.
To protect Indian Army soldiers from drone attacks, the Defence Acquisition Council, the apex decision-making body of the Ministry of Defence, has cleared advanced counter-drone systems and electronic warfare equipment named Akash Tarang. Akash Tarang is an indigenous anti-unmanned aerial vehicle electronic warfare system that will provide effective anti-UAV protection to army formations, giving frontline units a persistent electronic shield against drones that conduct surveillance, relay targeting data, or attempt direct attacks. Drone attacks are generally countered in two ways. The first is the kinetic option, where weapons such as missiles, guns, or even anti-UAV drones are deployed to physically destroy the incoming threat. The second method relies on electronic warfare, using jammers, spoofers, and directed energy systems to disrupt the drone's communication links, navigation signals, or onboard electronics, effectively neutralizing it without firing a shot. Together, these approaches form a layered defense that protects soldiers against the growing menace of hostile drones. At its core, Akash Tarang operates through a layered electronic approach rather than kinetic interception. The first layer relies on a multi-function radar and associated sensor suite optimized for low-altitude detection and tracking of small radar cross-section targets. This radar architecture is expected to incorporate active or passive electronically scanned array technology, similar in principle to the Rajendra radar used in the Akash system, allowing simultaneous surveillance and precise tracking of multiple drones even when they employ terrain masking or fly in coordinated groups. Once a contact is established, the system performs rapid threat classification using signal analysis to determine whether the drone is under remote control, operating autonomously on pre-programmed routes, or relying on satellite navigation. The second and most critical layer is electronic attack. Akash Tarang is designed to disrupt the drone's ability to function by targeting its command and control links and navigation systems. It can transmit high-power jamming signals across the frequency bands commonly used for drone remote control, effectively severing the link between operator and aircraft. At the same time, it applies GPS and GNSS denial or spoofing techniques that feed false position data to the drone, causing it to lose stable flight, deviate from its intended path, or attempt an uncontrolled landing. Because these effects are generated electronically, the system can engage multiple drones at once without depleting physical missions and can maintain continuous protection for extended periods. This combination of sensitive low-level detection and scalable electronic defeat mechanisms makes Akash Tarang particularly suited to the swarm threat that has become prominent in recent conflicts. A single unit can, in principle, create a protected bubble around a brigade or division headquarters, an artillery group, or a logistics node, where traditional missile batteries would be forced to expend valuable interceptors on low-value targets. The system's mobility and formation-level deployment concept further allow it to move with troops rather than remain static at rear area air defense sites. Because Akash Tarang is built on existing Indian electronic warfare and radar technology lines, it also offers clear advantages in integration and sustainment. It can share sensor data with the broader Akash Tir automated air defense network and with individual Akash missile batteries, creating a layered defense in which electronic warfare handles the bulk of small drone contacts while kinetic systems remain reserved for larger or more heavily protected aerial threats. The indigenous development path additionally ensures that software updates, frequency libraries, and countermeasure techniques can be evolved rapidly in response to new drone variants fielded by potential adversaries. The system is being developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization with production and systems integration responsibilities expected to rest with Bharat Electronics Limited. This partnership draws directly on BEL's proven Tarang family of electronic warfare equipment, already in service as radar warning receivers on Indian Air Force platforms, and on the deep radar and command system experience gained from the successful Akash surface-to-air missile program. The naming convention itself signals this lineage, Akash for sky protection and Tarang for the electromagnetic wave domain that defines electronic warfare.
All right, viewers, now let's shift our focus to another big development that we're getting from Mumbai, and this is about Mumbai rains. In Mumbai, heavy rains accompanied by strong winds wreaked havoc across the city, uprooting hundreds of trees. Now in Sion, near Jain Society and the newly constructed Adi Shikhar building opposite Jain Mandir, 5 massive trees estimated to be around 70 years old collapsed, damaging 4 parked cars, though no injuries were reported. And these are the visuals coming in from Mumbai, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see. And in Sion, near Jain Society and the newly constructed Adi Shikhar building opposite Jain Mandir, 5 massive trees, estimated 70 years old, collapsed, damaging 4 parked cars. No injuries reported. And BJP MLA Tamil Selvan, Sion Police, Fire Brigade personnel and BMC officials promptly reached the spot. Revati is with us for all the latest details in this matter. Revati, the kind of situation, there is not one incident but many such incidents. But what about this particular incident? If you can put this into perspective and highlight what exactly happened.
Right, as you rightly mentioned before, that the situation is worsened in Mumbai, and this is not the first incident, but since morning around more than 10 to 15 tree felling incidents have been reported in Mumbai's, specifically Dadar area, and now these incidents are happening in other parts of Mumbai as well. This particular incident happened, and as alerted by IMD and BMC as well, it is said that the speed of the air will be at around 50 to 55 kilometers per hour, and that is the alert issued by the BMC as well as the IMD. A red alert is there today, and the citizens are asked to be indoors. And this particular incident highlights the similar incident which happened, which claimed a life of 11-year-old. There was a tree which had fallen, which was actually 60 to 70 years old, and this is the same incident where we can see around 4 to 5 trees have fallen on the cars, and the car, it has made damage. It has damaged the cars which were standing there, but fortunately no casualty is reported in this, but there are efforts being made to rescue those damaged cars from the site. Over to you.
All right, Revati, thanks a lot. Keep track of all the latest developments. We'll come back to you as more details emerge. Thanks a lot. All right, it's time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere because we have a lot more lined up for you. Coming up after the break, fresh videos emerges. More videos emerge from Rawalkot in PoK, which shows Pakistani forces mercilessly shooting at peaceful protesters.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much.
आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ.
You became very famous during Balika Badhu.
At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus. Right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzi.
You were no paparazzi at that time.
There were no paparazzis.
This has happened now? There was no Viral Bayani then?
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरी राजा।
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air, and it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane, and there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession.
A direct impact of Republic's relentless reporting. The anti-India book glorifying terrorists in Kashmir now withdrawn and 8 officials suspended. Jammu and Kashmir police to treat a book controversy as a terror act. Invoke sections 13 of UAPA and publishers' premises now been raided. Anti-terror operation underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian after 2 terrorists were spotted in an area comprising 7 villages. Government issues stern notice to Meta on child sexual exploitative and abuse material in paid ads on Instagram. Detailed explanation demanded within next 7 days. Fresh video emerges from Rawala court in a PoK shows Pakistani forces mercilessly shooting at peaceful protesters. Hello viewers, you're watching live and breaking on Republic TV with me, Ishita Mitra, and our top focus, what is unfolding right now in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Now the region continues to remain on boil as massive sit-in protests are underway in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir against the Pakistani army and the government. And this comes after the JAAC issued calls for a complete shutdown today in Muzaffarabad, stating that there will be no further talks with Islamabad. And we're getting these visuals showing you how the shutdown in fact is visible across the area. This comes after the Joint Action Committee had called for a complete shutdown to protest against the use of brute force by the Pakistani forces. In fact, these are visuals on your screen showing you how a complete shutdown is in place in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir at the moment, right after Joint Awami Action Committee called for a complete region-wide shutdown, urging residents to close their shops, markets, businesses and public spaces in protest against what they allege is a crackdown by Pakistani officials. So, in response to those calls by Joint Awami Action Committee, we are now looking at a complete shutdown underway across Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, and this comes as the protest continues across the region, and the Pakistani forces meanwhile are increasing their deployment of police forces and continue to use brute force against these civilians, these peaceful protesters across PoK. In fact, viewers, on this very thing, we also spoke to BJP MLA Vikram Randhawa on Pak Army's atrocities being committed in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where he slammed NC-PDP's silence, calling it completely shameful. Take a listen.
मुझे लगता है शर्म आनी चाहिए ऐसे लोगों को कि शांति कहाँ चाहिए और पाकिस्तान की दरिंदगी किन लोगों पे, निहत्थे लोगों पे हमला करके उनको ज़मींदोज़ कर रही है। और वो लोग कौन है? क्या वो मुसलमान नहीं है? POK के रहने वाला? तो फिर हमदर्दी आपकी गाजा वालों के साथ क्यों है? वहाँ के रिश्तेदारी पाल रखी है क्या? ये मुझे लगता है कि बड़े संकेत दिखते हैं कि कश्मीर सेंट्रिक पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के लोगों की राजनीति क्या कहती है। भारत भी कहता है POK के लोगों को एक अच्छी जिंदगी जीने का हक है, हालांकि वो हमारा इलाका है, उसको वापस लाने के लिए जब तैयारी होगी उसको रोक नहीं पाएगा। लेकिन आज जो पाकिस्तान की हालत, जो पाकिस्तान ने POK के लोगों की हालत कर दी है, जिंदा लोगों के ऊपर गोलियां चलानी और उनको मौत के घाट उतारना, इसकी कड़ी से कड़ी निंदा होनी।
All right, my colleague Gursimran now joins with more details on this. Gursimran, you've been very closely tracking what is unfolding in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. And today, as per the call made by JAAC, a complete shutdown has now been observed across the region in protest against Islamabad.
Yes, the videos that are surfacing from the Gilani Chowk and the bank area, they clearly show that the people of POJK, they have decided to completely abstain from the work. All the shops and the business establishments in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir are completely closed. What the roads are witnessing is only the Frontier Corps and some of the other armed forces that have been deployed in the area. But in general, the public of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, they have completely boycotted this move that the administration was trying to show the normalcy. The people have decided not to come out on the road, sending a clear message that they are not with the administration that has given call that everything will remain open, but they are with the protesters. This as a mark of their protest against and the resentment against the federal government as well as the POJK government. These people have decided to abstain from their work, and these visuals that have abstained from the Gilani Chowk and the nearby areas of the Muzaffarabad, this shows that the people stand firm for the cause and they have decided to completely boycott the work. It was a completely chakka jam that was seen on the streets. You won't find any public transport, any civil transport there also.
All right, so anger against Shehbaz Sharif, Asim Munir continues to grow in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, and which is now also visible in the kind of staged protest that we're now witnessing, a complete shutdown, in fact, across PoK at the moment. Thanks, Gursimran, for joining us. And now, viewers, shifting focus to another big story that we're tracking at the moment. Now, investigation has deepened in Ram Mandir donation theft case. The Ayodhya Circle Officer Ashutosh Tiwari is now, in fact, at district jail to interrogate 5 accused individuals in the case. Now, the investigating officer Ashutosh Tiwari has reached the district jail in Ayodhya at the moment, is what we understand, as the investigation continues in this case. Now, there are 5 individuals who are set to be questioned as part of this investigation by Circle Officer Ashutosh Tiwari. And we understand that at the moment, in fact, the investigating individuals include Anukalp Mishra, Lav Kush Mishra, Ram Shankar Yadav, Karunesh Pandey and Manish Yadav. So these are 5 individuals who are all set to be questioned by CO Ayodhya Ashutosh Tiwari, who in fact at the moment has now arrived at the district jail in Ayodhya. So we are looking at rapid developments coming to light as far as investigation in Ram Mandir case is concerned. And right now, the CO Ayodhya, in fact Ashutosh Tiwari, is present at the district jail to probe these 5 individuals. In fact, my colleague Gaurav has also filed a ground report from Ayodhya District Jail, where Ayodhya Circle Officer, as I mentioned before, is currently interrogating the 5 accused involved in Ram Mandir donation theft case. Take a listen.
अयोध्या जिला कारागृह में इस वक्त जो सीओ है वो पहुंचे हैं। साफ तौर पर ये टीम जो है यहाँ पर आई है पूछताछ के लिए। 5 आरोपी जो चंदा चोरी के मामले में जेल के अंदर है, उनसे पूछताछ हो रही है। आपको बता दें, इससे पहले अविनाश शुक्ला से पूछताछ हुई थी, उसके बाद उसकी पीसीआर ली गई थी, और अब साफ तौर पर ये देखिए जो 5 आरोपी अन्य हैं उनसे जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। इसी के चलते आज जो यहाँ पे टीम है वो यहाँ पर पहुंची है। साफ आपको बता दें कि अनुकल्प मिश्रा, लवकुश मिश्रा, रामशंकर यादव और टिन्नू, करुणेश पांडे, मनीष यादव, इन 5 से पूछताछ होगी। उसके बाद एक एक करके इनकी जो पीसीआर है वो भी पुलिस लेगी। लेकिन साफ तौर पर जिला कारागार अयोध्या में जो अयोध्या की पुलिस की टीम है वो पहुंच गई, खुद सीओ जो है वो पहुंचे हैं, और उसके साथ ही अंदर अब जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। चूंकि इस पूरे मामले से जुड़े कई ऐसे अहम साक्ष्य थे जो कि अविनाश शुक्ला की पीसीआर के दौरान उसने बताए, जिसकी निशानदेही पर अब जो टीम है वो यहाँ पहुंची है, और अंदर लगातार उससे जो पूछताछ है वो की जाएगी। 5 आरोपियों को आमने सामने बैठाकर उनका आमना सामना कराया जाएगा, उनसे पूछताछ की जाएगी। इसके बाद ही इस पूरे केस में, क्योंकि एक के बाद एक लगातार जो डेवलपमेंट है वो देखने को मिल रहा है।
As the questioning of all the 5 accused in this case continues, Republic was also outside the residence of one of the main accused, Tinu Yadav, in this case. Take a look at this ground report.
राम मंदिर चंदा चोरी को लेकर जांच का दौर एक तरफ लगातार जारी है। कुछ आरोपियों की गिरफ्तारी हुई है, उनसे पूछताछ भी लगातार हो रही है, और उन्हीं आरोपियों में से एक आरोपी के घर के पास दरअसल हम अभी पहुंच चुके हैं। आपको तस्वीरों के जरिए दिखाते हैं, थोड़ा नज़दीक लाएंगे तो आपको और ज़्यादा क्लियर हो पाएगा। ये जो टाइल वाला मकान दिख रहा है आपको, जहाँ पर नीले रंग की ग्रिल्स लगी हुई है, दरअसल यही वो मकान है जहाँ पर टिन्नू यादव और उनका परिवार रहा करता था। देखने में आपको बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा, बहुत ज़्यादा आलीशान मकान ये नहीं लगने वाला है, लेकिन लेकिन जानकारियां जिस तरह से निकलकर सामने आ रही है तो उन जानकारियों के मुताबिक कहा यह जा रहा है कि रियल एस्टेट में बड़ा इन्वेस्ट उनकी तरफ से किया गया था। टिन्नू यादव दरअसल वो है जो चंपत राय के बेहद करीबी माना जाते थे। टिन्नू यादव वो हैं जो एक वक्त पे रिक्शा ऑटो चलाया करते थे और दूसरे वक्त में ट्रस्ट के साथ जब वो जुड़े तो फिर उसके बाद उनकी स्थिति और बेहतर होने लगी। हालांकि यहाँ पर आसपास लोगों से बात करने की हमने कोशिश की, कैमरे पर नहीं बोलना चाहते हैं कुछ, लेकिन जानकारियाँ ज़रूर दी है। बात उनके कहने का मतलब ये है कि बिहेवियर अच्छा था, रहन सहन अच्छा था और उनका कहना यह है कि चेंजेस आए थे। अब देखिए क्या गाड़ियां उन्होंने नई खरीदी या फिर पहले से उनके पास कौन सी थी उसको लेकर लोग अभी बोलना नहीं चाह रहे हैं, कुछ बचना चाह रहे हैं, लेकिन उनका कहना यह है कि बिहेवियर फ्रेंडली था और स्टैंडर्ड अच्छा था, सही स्टैंडर्ड के साथ रहते थे। इसके अलावा ये एक मकान देख लीजिए आप, ये मकान जो है ये मनीष यादव का मकान है। ही इज़ ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द आरोपी, वो भी एक आरोपी हैं इस पूरे मैटर में। आज इन लोगों से जाँच भी की जानी है और लगातार पूछताछ का दौर जारी ही रहने वाला है। ये वही मोहल्ला है, इस मोहल्ले में जब आप अंदर आएंगे मेन रोड से समय लगेगा काफ़ी आने में, आपको अंदर तक गाड़ी भी नहीं आएगी। इस तरह की गली है, इस तरह की गली में ऐसे मकान में अगर कोई व्यक्ति रहे तो आप क्या सोच सकते हैं कभी कि कितना गबन उन्होंने किया होगा। तो छुपाने की यहाँ पर कोशिश क्या की गई थी, क्योंकि देखिए मकान में तो ऐसा कुछ लग नहीं रहा है कि बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ पैसा लगाया गया हो, सिर्फ इतना सा एरिया बताया जा रहा है। ये टाइल वाला मकान है, ब्लू कलर की ग्रिल्स है, जहाँ पर टिन्नू यादव और उनका परिवार रहा करता था, अभी भी उनका परिवार यहीं पर रह रहा है। तो इस पर देखिए और भी अपडेट्स और भी इनपुट्स हम निकालने की कोशिश करते हैं। अगर यहाँ पर नेबर्स से बात हो पाए कि किस तरह का उनका रहन सहन था, कैसे गैजेट्स का इस्तेमाल करते थे, क्या कपड़े पहना करते थे, क्या चेंजेस कितने आए थे, पहले किस तरह से रहा करते थे, ट्रस्ट से जुड़ने के बाद किस तरह से रहने लगे थे, उन चेंजेस को लेकर भी लगातार हमारी तफ्तीश यहाँ पर जारी है।
And now, viewers, as the probe in the case continues, VHP International President and Senior Advocate Alok Kumar has written a letter to Ayodhya DSP Ashutosh Tiwari over the statements are made by several political leaders, including Arvind Kejriwal, Ram Gopal Yadav, Sanjay Singh, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, and this is on the alleged Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case. Now, Alok Kumar has requested Ayodhya DSP to record their statements, seek the factual basis, the source of their allegations and also the supporting documents for all the kind of allegations that they have made in this case. So it's a letter written to opposition, letters in fact by the VHP International President, asking them the source of their allegations and the factual basis for which they have been making these allegations in the Ram Mandir donation theft case. In fact, viewers, as the probe in the case deepens, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat has also reacted on the Ram Mandir donation case, saying that Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sang's position is the same as the stated by RSS General Secretary Dattatreya Hosable, that those guilty must be held accountable, effective steps must be taken to rectify all the shortcomings in management and operations, and also one must not let this incident to be exploited to malign Hindu religion. So that's the larger position that RSS has taken on the Ram Mandir theft case. Let's take a listen to the reaction coming in from RSS Chief.
देखो उनके प्रतिक्रिया एक कल स्टेटमेंट आया है दत्ता जी का, वही देखो उनकी प्रतिक्रिया
Now we are shifting focus. A red alert has now been sounded for Mumbai, Thane, Palghar and Konkan belt for the next 24 hours as torrential rains continue to throw normal life out of gear. Forecasters now warn of isolated extremely heavy downpours coupled with damaging gusty winds reaching up to 60 kilometers per hour. So there's been advisory also issued for all the commuters who are stepping outside their house across Maharashtra as rain continues to batter the state. Take a look at this report.
Monsoon fury unleashes over the city as Mumbai and its neighbouring districts are on high alert as torrential rains continue in the region, throwing normal life out of gear on Sunday. The India Meteorological Department has issued a red alert for Mumbai, Thane, Palghar and the Konkan belt. Forecasters warn of isolated extremely heavy downpours coupled with damaging gusty winds reaching up to 60 kilometers per hour. On the roads, key transit points like the Bhandop area are reporting structural damage, including road cave-ins. Meanwhile, flight operations at Mumbai airport remain under close watch as visibility drops. Authorities urge citizens to stay indoors and monitor live updates before stepping out. In the last 24 hours, rainfall was recorded at 183 millimeters in the city area, 185 millimeters in the western suburbs, and 216 millimeters in the eastern suburbs.
And now, viewers, in a crackdown on Meta, the Indian government has now issued a stern notice to Meta on child sexual exploitative and abuse material in paid advertisements on Instagram. Now, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, in fact, has ordered Instagram to disable all the advertisements and content promoting access to child abuse material. The government, in fact, has also demanded a detailed explanation within the next 7 days from Meta regarding the promotion of ads which, in fact, accelerate child abuse on Instagram. My colleague Saurav also joins with more details on this. Saurav, take us through the details of this notice that's now been issued to Meta regarding the promotion of child sexual exploitative and abuse material on Instagram through paid advertisements.
Yes, Ishita. Now, the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology has summoned the Meta officials to give their statement that why these kinds of ads were run on their platform in India, as such kind of content which reflects the child sexual abuse. These kind of content is banned in India and it is a criminal offense according to the digital laws of India. And now, after these kinds of ads were run on the Meta platforms, now the Ministry of Electronic and Information and Technology has come into an action and they have summoned the officials and they have also asked them to file a report, a brief report in this case within the 7 days time frame. However, Meta, after being notified regarding this kind of content, they have removed all the URLs and such keywords from their platforms. But the major thing here is that the ministry is seeking a reply from the Meta officials that how such kind of content after there are major policies of the Meta in place in which first the content which goes onto the official platforms goes for pre-publishing reviews, how it's kept all these pre-publishing reviews and got on the Meta platforms. So the ministry is seeking the reply from the Meta officials in this regard, and we can see in the coming days that in the 7 days the Meta officials will file an official report in this regard.
All right, Saurav, keep tracking Meta's response in this case as well. And for now, thanks so much for getting us all the details regarding this notice. Now, viewers, members of the Tibetan community in exile gathered in Shimla on Saturday to hold a candlelight peace march and emotional vigil. The demonstration was organized to pay tribute to Tibetan freedom activist Lobga Rangzane, who tragically self-immolated outside the United Nations headquarters in New York on July 2nd in a harrowing protest against Chinese policies in Tibet. Here's a detailed report. Take a look.
This is now very sad that in front of the United Nations, our brother has, did his burned himself for the cause of Tibet. And the good thing and the proud thing that we see is, we don't blast the embassies, or we don't kill anyone, or we don't harm anyone. But we just, sacrifice ourselves for our cause. So this is what he did, our brother, in front of the United Nations. But as I said again, it's very sad for us that United Nations is, is totally blind, seeing the suppression and all the brutal that China have done for so long, and that's why he is so desperate, and he just, self-burn himself.
How do you see what is your demand now as we see different community gathered here, all holding a candlelight vigil? On the contrary, when we see His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he has been talking non-violence,
certainly
spreading free peace across the globe. But what Tibetan community people are forced to do is killing themselves, doing self-immolation. It is against His Holiness the preachings as well. So how do you see it?
Really see, now as I said, as His Holiness has chosen the middle way path. So that's why we, all the Tibetans all over the world, we don't go for violence at all. But when we say non-violence, well, we can, just realize them, only then we can hurt ourselves, and then show it that, yes, how sad we are, and this is the reason. And not only this is the reason, recently on the 1st of July, the Chinese, they have just bring the new bill, which is the ethnic unity law. But this is not only sad for our people in Tibet, but it's a threat for all over the world, for everyone who speaks against China, or he speaks for Tibet, or who speaks about Dalai Lama. So because of to boycott that ethnic law, he just gave his life for that.
会，下面请提问。
谢谢发言人，北京日报记者提问。
有关国家抱守意识形态偏见，出于政治操弄，对中国经济社会发展和人权治理成就视而不见，以偏概全，恶意诋毁中国民族政策，炮制散播虚假信息，粗暴干涉中国内政，破坏中国民族团结，中方对此坚决反对。我们敦促有关国家尊重基本事实，停止散布谎言，停止炒作所谓民族问题，干涉中国内政。我们注意到有关报道，相信有关国家会按照本国法律处理。我们要强调的是，西藏自古以来就是中国领土不可分割的一部分。
So we are Tibetans in exile. We have lost our land in 1959. Since that, we have all moved to India and all the neighboring countries as a refugee. And it has been like 158 martyrs who have sacrificed their body for so that they can gain the attention from the world, from the United Nations, so that they can support us. And right now, on the 2nd July 2026, one of our martyrs, Mr. Lopka Rangzela, he has self-immolated himself in front of United Nations office in the New York City so that he can gain some attention from the world to support us. And on the top of it, on the 1st of July, the Chinese government has implemented a law. The law is called the Law of Ethnic Unity and Progress, which simply means one country, one language, which means that all the people who are living in Chinese, either they are the mainland people or they are the people in under people occupied by the Chinese government, such as Tibetan, Uyghur Muslims, and some part of Mongolian. We all have to speak Chinese language, be it in the school or be it in the market while doing businesses or during our daily day-to-day livelihood. We have to speak Chinese Mandarin language, which is a kind of sad to us because it clearly shows that they are trying to remove our culture, our religion from the world. Since if you start speaking in Mandarin language, slowly the new generations, because Mandarin will be compulsory in the school, which means the new generation will forget their language, their culture. It slowly means like they are trying to remove the whole nation.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से। MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time, and now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job, but it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Man. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Man at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Man at present, which is about 52, 53 years old. And Bhagwant Man on the other side at the age of 39, when he was a performer. Well, he is still a performer in a way, but there's a distinct physical difference. A, he's put on a lot of weight. His face is much more puffy. He's older. He's wearing a turban. He was not wearing a turban at that time. Not always, at least. Not always photographed with a turban. And so there's a distinct difference. So if you see the picture of the younger Bhagwant Man, you'd actually have a blink and miss moment. Is this the same guy, you'd say? We all age, but some people, their appearance changes distinctly between 12 to 13 years. They're almost unrecognizable. And Bhagwant Man is, fortunately or unfortunately, among those people.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर्नब मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much.
आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ।
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus. Right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no
You were no
paparazzis.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and a very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching Republic TV live and breaking with me, Ishita Mitra. Let's cut across to the headlines we're tracking this evening for you. A direct impact of Republic's relentless reporting at the anti-India book glorifying terrorists in Kashmir now withdrawn, 8 officials suspended. Jammu and Kashmir police to treat book controversy as a terror act, invokes section 13 of UAPA. Publishers' premises also raided. Anti-terror operations underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian after 2 terrorists were spotted. Area now comprising 7 villages under scanner. Government issues stern notice to Meta on child sexual exploitative and abuse material in paid advertisements on Instagram. Detailed explanation sought within next 7 days. Fresh video emerges from Ravla court in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, shows Pakistani forces mercilessly shooting at peaceful protesters. Alright, here's our top focus at this hour. Anti-terror operations are underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian district. This is where security forces are engaging in an encounter with 2 terrorists. Now, firing, in fact, has resumed at the encounter site as the operation continues with forces cordoning off the area to track down the terrorists. So these are the live updates we're getting on the anti-terror operation, which is still underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian district. Last night we showed you 2 terrorists which are in fact trapped in this area, and now the entire area covering about 7 villages is under scanner as the firing has now resumed at the encounter site. So those are the visuals of the 2 terrorists which are trapped in this area in fact currently, and the firing has now resumed at the encounter site. This entire operation started last night and has been continuing throughout. Right now, the firing has resumed at the encounter site as the anti-terror op continues in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian district. So the entire area, which covers about 7 villages, is now under scanner as these 2 terrorists are still trapped in this area. Now, agencies are on their hunt. The hunt for these 2 terrorists is still on as the entire operation continues in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian district. And right now, viewers, as we get you live updates about this anti-terror operation, the firing we are getting to know has now resumed at the encounter site. So these are the live updates we're getting to know about the entire anti-terror operation which is underway in Jammu and Kashmir's the Shopian district. Now these are difficult terrains, so using that terrorists have been able to escape the entire site. But right now the hunt for those 2 terrorists which are trapped in this area covering about 7 villages is on. And in fact, we understand that there was a spotting that took place due to which the firing has now resumed at the encounter site. So these are the latest details we're fetching at the moment about the anti-terror operation which is underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian district at the moment. We understand there are 2 terrorists which are trapped in this area, the entire area covering about 7 villages. All right, in fact, my colleague Arnab, who's been very closely tracking the entire operation, now joins me with more details. Arnab, take us through the latest that we're picking up about this encounter operation. We understand that 2 terrorists are still trapped in the area.
Yes, absolutely. We are at the same location where we are standing at this moment, and we have seen that the coordinated search operation has been extended to other areas as well. We are reporting from a safe distance at this moment, and you can see these are the deployment of the special operation group of the Jammu and Kashmir police. You can see that the civilian movement has also been restricted in the entire area. All the entry and exit points have been sealed by the Jammu and Kashmir police, CRPF and other paramilitary security forces. Also, we have seen that the multiple Rashtra rifles are taking part in this. Troopers are also part of this ongoing operation. Also, we have been told that this is the ongoing operation. This operation was launched yesterday after receiving the intelligence. So there is also, we have been told that the terrorists were caught in the CCTV footage. Then after we have seen that the entire area has been torn off. We have already seen yesterday late night that the brief exchange of fire took place at this location. We are at the safe location. And you can see here that the CRPF troopers are standing here, as we have seen also the Jammu and Kashmir police is there. You can see that the vehicles of the forces are coming towards this location where the ongoing operation is going on. I'll once repeat again that this is a safe location which we are showing you at this moment, and we have also been told to follow all the precautions. Then after we are reporting from at this location, and this is the ongoing operation. Also, we have there is no confirmation that any terrorists have been utilized so far, but yes, the ongoing operation is going on. Also, we have seen that the more reinforcement has also been sent to this location. From this very location, there are some kilometers from at this spot. The current operation is. The current operation is underway at this moment. You can see that the forces movement is continuously on the roads where the operation is going on continuously. Also, we have been told that the intelligence agencies has already sounded alert that Jaish and Lashkar is trying to carry out attacks in the Kashmir Valley and Jammu. Then after we have seen that the high alert has been sounded across the Kashmir Valley, as you can see from the another side that the Amarnath Yatra is going.
Right.
The sophisticated vehicles of the Indian Army is there, witness, and you can see that the alertness of the forces is there, and we just need to wait for some more time. How much time on them it takes us, as we have been told that the entire area has been off. Not only this area, but also the nearby areas of this entire area has also been off by the joint security forces.
All right, so the entire valley remains on high alert as the terror operation continues against these 2 terrorists at the moment. Thank you, Arnab, for joining us and getting us all the latest about this encounter, which is still underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian district. Now we're shifting focus as the monsoon fury continues to impact air traffic all across the country. Now we're getting to understand that about 10 domestic and 5 international flights were diverted to Jaipur and Lucknow due to bad weather, heavy rains and strong winds at the Delhi airport. So the air traffic continues to be impacted by the heavy rains and the monsoon fury across the nation, and in the latest about 15 flights have been diverted from the Delhi airport. This includes about 10 domestic flights, 5 international flights have also been diverted. All right, in fact, my colleague Saurav joins us with the latest on this. Saurav, take us through the kind of impact that we're now seeing on the air traffic due to monsoon fury. We understand in total about 15 flights have been diverted from the Delhi airport till now.
Yes, Ishita, a total of 15 flights have been diverted from the Delhi airport, including 10 domestic and 5 international flights. They have been diverted to Lucknow and Jaipur as there is a bad weather in the national capital. The Delhi airport has also issued an advisory regarding this, advising the general people to take Delhi metro and other feasible routes to reach the Delhi airport, as heavy rain accompanied with thunderstorm is currently going on in the national capital, and several of the flights are affected due to this. Many flights have been delayed also because of the bad weather in the national capital, as according to the IMG, moderate rainfall accompanied with thunderstorm has been hit the national capital, and wind speed is currently 40 kilometers to 60 kilometers per hour. And now according to the sources, 15 flights have been diverted, including 10 domestic flights and 5 international flights from the Delhi airport, Ishita.
All right, thanks, Saurav, for joining us and getting us the latest on how air traffic is now getting impacted due to monsoon fury. Thanks so much. And now we are shifting focus to what is unfolding in Maharashtra at the moment. Now we're looking at another life being lost due to civic apathy. Now in the latest, we understand a tree fell on a shop in Naupara near Hindi BMC school. This took place in Kurla. Now one injured person in fact was shifted to Fauziya hospital, but unfortunately, as per the information received from the hospital, Eunice Kundwala, aged 63-year-old, was in fact declared brought dead. So we are understanding that another life has now been lost due to a tree felling on this individual who was aged 63 years old, Eunice Kundwala. And this is, remember, not the first kind of incident that has come to light from Mumbai. We had earlier 11-year-old Vihan also losing his life in a very similar manner when a tree fell on a school van. A child lost his life and several other children were also injured. And in another similar incident, today we are getting to know that Eunice Kundwala, aged 63 years old, has also lost his life in a similar incident. In fact, my colleague Revati also joins with more details on this. Revati, we are looking at several such incidents coming to life from across Mumbai, and this time again, another life has been lost due to civic apathy. Give us more details on this.
Right, as you rightly mentioned that today there are many incidents of tree falling in Mumbai, and the reason behind it is that the red alert which is issued by the IMD and the air which is the speed of the air, according to the alert issued by IMD and BMC today, the speed of the air
BMC today, the speed of the air is going to be 55 to 60 kilometers per hour, and according to the latest update by BMC, it was 72.75 kilometers per hour, and this has now led to the major tree falling incidents all over Mumbai. And the incident which is reported in Kurla West, which claimed the life of 63-year-old, it is almost 10th or 15th incident which is reported in Mumbai right now. The tree fell on a shop, and due to which a 63-year-old person was injured, and he was rushed to Fauziya hospital, and there he was declared brought dead. This is the incident which has claimed a life of 63-year-old, and this is not the first incident, because a few days ago we also saw when a tree fell on a school bus, a 11-year-old boy lost his life. And today, according to the BMC, there is a red alert, and also at 3:22 p.m. we are expecting high tide. We can see that a high tide is expected today, and that's how exactly the sea is looking. There's an alert and also the citizens are asked not to get out of their house if there's no emergency. You can currently look
Revati, I'll request you to not venture close to that boundary, in fact.
By here.
Right. Revati, now I understand there is a red alert in place in Mumbai, but monsoon fury is not something that is new to the city. We have seen such fury, in fact, even before. The big question is the city prepared to handle this? Is the civic maintenance on? Because we have seen multiple such deaths have now been reported, and these are all avoidable deaths, avoidable catastrophe, which continue to come to light due to civic apathy. So at large, how do you look at the city's preparedness to handle a monsoon like this?
Right, as you rightly mentioned, this is a civic apathy, and if the question is about the city's preparedness, about the monsoon, it is clearly evident that city is not really prepared for the monsoons, because currently if we are looking at the incidents which are reported all over Mumbai, there is the infrastructure has collapsed, and also there are many trees which are 60 to 70-year-old, and in the survey it was pretty much evident that these trees might fall, because currently the speed of the air is so much that the trees are literally falling on every other road. So it is claiming life. Not only the tree falling incident, but also the most important thing here to be noted is that 2 to 3 days ago we also reported on Republic, we saw that a man fell into an open drainage line where the lid was open and there was no security measures taken. So this is the condition of current, this is the condition in Mumbai right now. So the question of accountability is there, and also the question of pre-monsoon works is also is there. Over to you.
Right, of course, so Revati, we are looking at trees felling on individuals, killing them. There are waterlogged streets all across Mumbai. We are looking at, in fact, people falling into open drains and losing their lives. Situation clearly renders some questions to be asked from the administration at the moment. And on that note, thanks, Revati, for joining us. Be safe, and we'll continue to come back to you for more updates on this. Now we are shifting focus to another big news that we're tracking at the moment. A major humanitarian emergency is now unfolding at Malé in Maldives. This is where about 20 Indian seafarers remain stranded in life-threatening conditions amid rough seas and worsening safety protocols. Now, viewers, according to reports, the entire crew has been left without adequate water, food, fuel and other essential supplies, raising serious concerns over their survival at the moment. In fact, the crisis has now worsened as the vessel has reportedly lost its anchor, and in an urgent appeals have now been made to the Government of India, the Indian High Commission in Malé and all concerned officials to launch an immediate humanitarian response. The union has also demanded urgent delivery of food, drinking water, fuel, medical assistance, a payment of outstanding wages and the safe repatriation of all the 20 Indian seafarers. In fact, the stranded crew has released a distress video as well, pleading for immediate rescue and warning that their lives are currently in danger. Let's take a look at that video that Republic, in fact, has accessed exclusively.
Authorities, KG1 and my own crew. We have two vessels here, first of KG1 and secondary KL1. We are stuck here for 2 months, and we are already contacted with the ITF and we are confirmly informed to ITF, ministry and foreign ministries, Indian embassy, everywhere. We need urgently release, urgently provision, everything we need. But nobody here. I complained to ITF also, that Indian embassy also, and their customs didn't listen us. Our owner in